Hello everybody and welcome to this video. Today we are going to show you the third session of our STEAM-based English project. In this lesson, we moved from planning to creating. Students began to using technology and mathematics to record and edit short videos explaining their experiments in English. The focus of this session was to help students to apply what they have learned, reinforcing their scientific vocabulary, math skills, and communication abilities through hands-on digital creation. Well, for this lesson, we have an agenda. We are going to start with the class objectives, then an expectation wall, reviewing our scripts, then a video preview, then we're going to let's record. This is the key activity of our lesson. Then we're going to have a reflection padded question for the students, and as all of our videos, we are going to have a teacher reflection and some advices for you. Well, so let's start. Technology and mathematics in action. Today's theme, connecting math, technology, and English. This is the session 3 of 6 in the progress bar. Well, for today we have these objectives. The main objectives of this session were to encourage active participation and teamwork, to make use of technological tools for video production, to apply mathematical concepts during experiments, and to reinforce reading, speaking, and writing skills in English. Students were challenged to combine math reasoning, language expression, and digital creativity, embodying the true spirit of STEAM learning. So let's start with activities. The class began with a short warm-up activity called Expectation Wall. The purpose of this activity is that the students write their expectations for the class in post-it notes and then we can share a few of them aloud um, to build some engagement and give a purpose of a class. Each student wrote their expectations for the class on a post-it note, what they hope to learn accomplish. This activity helped to set a positive, reflective tone and allow students to take ownership of their learning, that they feel connected with the class. For this activity, we will need basic materials like post-its, a piece of paper, a, a little card, and a pencil. Just it's too easy. Well, our next activity is reviewing our scripts. So the purpose of this activity was to review the group scripts to correct grammar, pronunciation mistakes, and we are going to reinforce science and math vocabulary with a short interactive Kahoot quiz. For this activity, students, we are going to review their scripts, and the students are going to revise the script. They have to write it they have to write it in a previous session. We discuss grammar, pronunciation, and structure, helping them to improve clarity and fluency before they can start to recording. For this, we are going to use a, an script a script rubric that can help us to check if they are doing a good job. We are going to evaluate this in a formative way with a poor to excellent. This we are going to use this rubric just to help them to identify what mistakes are they doing. Then we are going to pass to the Kahoot. This activity is really creative and really helpful for us as a teacher because the students involved with the game, and this game encourage participation and fun competition while they are reviewing useful words like divide, seconds, reaction, some vocabulary that they probably know or they don't know. So they are remember that vocabulary or they are learning this new vocabulary. So after that we have the activity number 3, that is the video preview. The students the purpose of this activity is show examples of how to record and edit experiment videos, discussing camera angles, voice projection, and organization. Students are going to watch a previous segment of videos from YouTube and that show them samples how to take a good video shot. Then this activity guide them on camera angles, frames, and sounds, so they could create a better quality recordings. For this, we use a real video about science experiments. We can search materials where the students are doing the same, or maybe we can share with them some videos about people talking about the science experiments so they can take notes or previous look what the others do and what they can take for do a good job with their recorded videos. After that, we are going to start with the key activity of this session, that is, let's record. And students work in groups, went around the school and record their experiments. They follow the scripts, describing the materials, procedures, conclusions, all in English. For this activity is really important to take it into account the environment in the school. There are places to they can record that the audio can listen well, and always have a plan B or C because sometimes can happen that outside the classroom there is a dance, there is another activity, or it's raining. We have to, for these activities, we have to have some other plans to can allow them to record their videos. Maybe they can do it in class, when group by group, or maybe can do it in the sports centers like that. Well, for this activity, those are the instructions for be clear. First, they are going to record the videos following the script. That's why it was very important to have a script. If they don't have a script, they cannot recording their videos. They created in the script that they created in class sharing the introduction, materials, steps to follow, explanation of the experiment, and conclusions, ensuring adequate sound and image quality. The video must be no less than 3 minutes long and no more than 5 minutes. Students use mathematics to analyze data, solve problems, and perform calculations necessary in science, engineering, and technology. Edit the videos to include graphic, English text, and visual elements that help them to explain the concept. But this part about the edit of the videos, we are going to do it step by step in the other session. So after that, they are allowed to pass to the other activity, that is the activity number 5, the reflection, a Padlet question. The purpose of this activity is reflect on learning outcomes and answer a question. How do we use math in our experiment? They are going to use for this activity a Padlet. This activity is important to the students so they can be conscious about their own knowledge, that they know how they use science, how they use engineering, how they use technology, how they use art, mathematics. So we are going to explain these activities to them so they can know what they are doing and why it is each letter of STEAM important for the projects. We use, of course, the Padlet. That was an example of our Padlet before they wrote their answers. And with this, we close our session. So, at the end of the class, we say thank you to the students for the teamwork, for the creativity, and then we can summarize what we do on class. We how do we use math? How we use technology? And rate the progress forward to define STEAM project. It is important always to remember them that they are doing a good job because in class happens a lot of things. They can, if they have to solve a problem, but it appear another problem, so they maybe could feel frustrated and their motivation can they can lost their motivation. So we have as teachers we have always taking this into account and say them that they are doing good, they are doing their best to improve their own skills and they are gonna be okay. And we have for this session our reflection, the integration of technology motivate them. Well, this is really important. They use English not just as a school subject, but as a real communication tool to explain scientific and mathematical concepts. The integration of technology also motivates them. They were excited to record, to edit, to showcase their knowledge. The use of technological tools help them a lot to be concentrated, to be motivated, because they are teenagers, so they want to use their cell phones, they want to use laptops, cameras, so that's what it takes their attention. The integration of planning a creative video to interact between them, help each other, that helps them a lot. And also the use of resources like Kahoot, like the Padlet, so they can use that part of technology in the real context, not just for technology class, even in an English class, they can use it. So the most important is that they practice essential 21st century skills, collaboration, digital literacy, and problem solving. Well, in summary, this session demonstrates how the STEAM methodology can empower students to use English creatively while they are applying technological and mathematical thinking. For teachers who wish to replicate this experience, here are some advices. Provide simple teach tools to let the students explore them freely. Of course, we are going to be sure that they are secure for them, there is no virus, but give the tools, help them to follow an instruction. Encourage teamwork and peer feedback during the video creation. As I said before, it's important to make the students feel comfortable with what they are doing. Connecting math and science content naturally through hands-on activities. Those are for this we can use a lot of strategies because they are using these subjects, but they are probably in the moment that they are using, they are not conscious about it. But uh, after that we give them feedback, probably they understand where they use of all of these subjects. So these strategies makes English class more interactive, innovative, and meaningful. And yeah, this is all for this session. It's a little longer, but it's really good. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this video inspires you to integrate technology and mathematics into your English teaching practice or your English teaching classes, helping students develop not only in language but also in curiosity and creativity. See you on session 4. So give us a like and subscribe. Bye.